Okay, we're ready. We're going. We're streaming, Bronny. We're streaming. Holy nuts.
Are we streaming? Are you quite sure about that?
I'm pretty sure we are. It's okay.
What if we're not, though?
I was watching TikToks that had Vine energy.
Oh my god, would you stop with that?
Why?
Because Vine wasn't good, and TikTok is just its retarded younger cousin.
It's the exact same thing from what I understand.
No, not in the least bit.
How is it not the same? I mean, albeit I don't use it, but it produces the same kind of thing.
Same kind of thing, very different caliber of quality.
Well, apparently they were all bad to begin with anyway. Can you get over yourself, you dang diva?
No, I cannot.
Oh my god,
I must have standards.
Your standards are stupid.
Someone in this relationship has to have standards.
Oh my god, get over yourself.
How about you get under yourself?
I can't. That's your job!
Oh, I better turn that off.
Man, text is so big on new Twitter. Time to go spam. Spam attack. Who the fuck is this?
Here we go.
Oh shit, I already started cursing. Welp, I'm done for.
$2 to the swear jar.
No! Let's paste it here. Paste it here. Paste it here. Alright, I think that's all the places I usually paste stuff.
Alright, we're good to go then.
Yep, okay. I just looked at the chat real quick. Clayton, never call me Heather Feather again. And, alright. I think I'm ready. Guys, before we get started, big announcement, and I'm pretty sure I said it already, but for those who didn't hear, I'm going to BronyCon, yeah! And in Baltimore, Maryland, next week. And I'll be wearing this badge, so if you don't recognize me in person, you can identify me by this badge. I made it myself. I drew the picture, I got it laminated, and I put a hole puncher through it. Yeah.
That badge is a lot harder to notice than just your face. Like, they'd have to... In what context would they
It's about
see
as
the
big
badge?
as my face. And maybe because I'm in cosplay. Because I will be cosplaying all 4 days. One of those days I'll be cosplaying as myself. But if I'm in cosplay and you don't recognize me, you still have, like, the badge to look for.
I think you're crazy. I don't think that'll work at all.
I think you're dumb! So yes, I'll be going to BronyCon. So if anyone's there, you guys can meet me. If not, that's cool. You guys can just follow me on Twitter, and I'll be posting pictures and status updates about everything I'm doing and all of that. I'll be attending BronyCon as well. Bronny, you want to say a little thing about BronyCon real quick?
Yeah, so what tends to happen when we go to these conventions is I get pulled in a bunch of different directions. I've always got, like, friends from Florida that I'm trying to hang out with. My other analyst friends are going in a million different directions, and I end up not spending enough time anywhere. So what I decided to do this time was just dedicate each day to hanging out with a different group. So Thursday, I decided to have a sit down where I'm just gonna plant myself in one spot for an entire afternoon, and if anybody wants to come and hang out with me, I'll be there. So if you're gonna be at BronyCon and you want to come and hang out with me, and Heather will be there too, It's Thursday at 2 o'clock in the afternoon until 6. The location, we don't know about the location yet because I have no idea what it's going to be like until we actually get there. So make sure you're following my Twitter because that's where I'm going to post where we are. And with that, we got some comments in the chat here. Luna says, "Hey, fandom mom," and I guess fandom dad.
Hi, Luna.
Yep. Buck5 wants to know if you could beat me in a foot race. I think you could.
Yeah, his cardio isn't great. But neither is mine. But then again, I don't know. Let's get this party really starting.
Luna says, "Forget the swear jar." Luna, put $3 into the swear jar.
No. Oh, wait, shoot. Let me update this description because if you guys want to put $1 in the swear jar, I'll put my PayPal here. Something I've been meaning to do for a while. You guys are not obligated to give me money. But if you wanted to throw some at me, I would not refuse.
So make a contribution if you have been amused. But before we depart, my brothers and sisters, I have some heavy news. Let's see here. Clayton says, "Hi Heather, how are you?"
I'm doing okay. Alright, I hope that shows up in the description, but yeah, that's gonna be a thing. Put $1 in the swear jar, and that email address is the one connected to my PayPal. Have a blast. It's banana.lover.notsexual.goaway at gmail.com.
Yep. Well, in order for anybody who's already watching to see it, they'd have to refresh the page, but whatever.
Yeah, whatever they want to.
Buckin says that that you guys missed me last week. Is that true?
I don't remember if he was here or not. Maybe he wasn't. Sorry. Alright, so last week we were working on ponies. Just little generic plushies. Here's a body of one of them. It's very cute. I started giving it hair. Here's the other one. I didn't start giving this one hair yet. So we made 2 bodies so far, but now we move on to the long part, making them legs. You got to start by putting 5 in a ring and then double crocheting until you have 10 all the way around, and then you just single crochet until you got about like a 3-inch tall legs. And that's all we're doing. You know, this will, it eats up a lot of time.
Sounds like a plan.
Eats up a lot of time. And also, if you'd like to meet Princess Heather Blossom, the plush, I'll be bringing that to BronyCon too. I usually bring her.
Yep. Luna says she wishes she could be there.
I wish she could be there too. What are you gonna do, though? It's an expensive trip.
Yeah, it is. Unless you live in Baltimore, but even then, expect to drop a good chunk of change just going there. Which, if you live in Baltimore, you don't have that money. Murdoch says, "Hey y'all!"
Yo, what's up?
Iris says, "Hi Heather and Brawny."
Yo.
Buckin wants to know what an alicorn version of myself would look like.
It would look like a unicorn.
Probably look like a unicorn. Unless, regeneration is a part of the alicornation process. Luna says she can't afford to put money in the swear jar. Well, then don't swear.
Just don't put money in the jar, Luna. It's fine.
Battleship Agincore says, "Hi, Heather."
Hey, what is up, my dude?
Luna says, "Yeah, I missed you too, Brawny. See, someone around here appreciates me." Clayton also says, "I'm not putting squat in the swear jar."
But then I get to spend the money in the square jar.
Murdoch says, apparently quoting me, the freaking singing the Holes theme song. Dig a hole, holes.
I don't remember that one.
Clayton says, I was at a party last week. It was fun.
That's good. Usually not a party person. Where's my ruler? Yes.
Buckin says, Brawny, would Aeon of Dreams be a possible collaboration for a buck to the face? No. Because I don't like his content, and he doesn't like me.
Oh, I didn't know that.
Yep. Luna says I can swear all I freaking want. Luna, put $4 into the square jar.
No.
Hey, Buckin, we've answered that question about 30 times. So let's see here. Where did the joke about me wanting to skip the intro come from? I'm curious about it. I just don't like that song, so I skip it.
So he's lame, basically.
But a lot of people like the song, so sometimes we fight about whether or not to skip it.
And usually I win, because he's lame.
Mm-hmm. Heather, Clayton wants to know, since when are you not a party person?
Well, not like a big party person. Like, if it's just me and a clique of friends and it's just us playing video games, eating pizza, that kind of party, yeah, sure. But if it's like a big house party filled with lots of people that I have to personally interact with and I don't really care to, not that kind of party. Like, I don't even like big family parties. Ugh. I'm usually in the corner playing on my DS or my Switch. Or drinking. Or doing both.
Yeah, that works too.
I can drink, I can play games, or I can do both. I'm really mad that I can't bring Jumanji.
Yeah, we wanted to bring Jumanji.
I guess we're gonna have to wreck that convention center another way.
Well, I could always pick up a copy and bring it.
Honey, it's too expensive of a board game.
Yeah, you got the nice wooden one, too.
Yeah. Albeit it's not movie accurate.
Yeah, I should try to make one of those. It'd be really cool.
I'm sure someone's made it. It's just really expensive. I would at least like different character pieces, because like now they just kind of look like wooden version of those Sorry ones. Like, you know what I'm talking about? Little ball head ones. I would like something that are like carved miniatures of how they had it in the movie, like the rhino, the elephant.
Yeah, they used to have those.
Yeah, I know the board I have is like a nicer version, but it's not like the upper price level good. It's just pretty good. It does its job and it's nice. Yeah.
Emily says, hi, Brawny. Hello, Emily. Clayton says the Japanese intro is better. I say the Italian intro is better. I don't like the Japanese version either. In fact, the Italian version's the only one I like, really.
This is beginning to become very racial.
Good Lord, are you
How is this becoming racial?
Yes.
I don't like the Italian intro is an actually well-written song.
So that way if I forget anything, I can throw it back in.
That's fair. I suppose for me, it's not the weekend yet.
I made a batch.
Very cute. Wait.
Oh, we're streaming right now. Is it anything sensitive?
No.
Cool.
Just so you know, you should probably make a list together of all the things you want us to like get before we leave. Like if you need to buy anything for tomorrow, because I'm getting my car back on Monday, and God help me if that thing breaks down again, I'm going to sue Ford for everything they're bloody darn worth.
Oh yeah, I already have put stuff on the list on the fridge if you
Fridge
saw.
on the list? Okay, sweet. That's what I was gonna ask you.
Oh, and I have a plate of dinner ready for you in the microwave.
Oh, thank you.
Agorna says, I think I'll swear just because the interest rates of the swear jar are the best of the market. That's a good plan, Bigorna.
Economy.
Yeah, we gotta get that pizza money somehow.
Oh, yes, guys. If you put money in the swear jar, that is buying a pizza for me and Bronny at BronyCon. Buy us a pizza, please.
Pizzas aren't all that expensive either. If everybody in here gives $2, we're good.
We'll probably get ice cream after.
Yeah. Let's see here. Luna says I'm extremely socially anxious.
Yeah, I think most of us here are.
Battleship Agent Core wants to know if you've seen Avengers Endgame.
I have not, but we're gonna watch it at BronyCon.
Yep, I'm looking forward to that. I haven't seen it either.
Yeah, it sounds good. I love movies. Maybe we'll order a pizza then. Oh wait, we're going to somewhere to eat before that. So no, we don't need food.
Luna says, so if we meet in real life, prepare for me to not be as excitable as I am
Always
online.
loud. Oh, I hope you don't mind that I put those things for you in the fridge.
No, I'm glad. I was concerned at first because the box was missing. I'm like, I swear I didn't drink them all. And then I looked in the fridge and like, oh, they're in here. Okay, that's much better.
No, there was only 3 in there, so I thought I'd eliminate the space.
I appreciate, yes.
Guys, look, it's Sweetie Blue. Oh, Sweetie, I'll move my duffel.
Don't break yourself over it.
Oh, there's nothing in there that's breakable, I'm pretty sure.
I am having Heather's signature carb-filled dinner.
I don't have any meat. I brought hard taco shells and I want to get some ground beef, but I'm like,
one of these days.
One of these days. I don't want
But
to.
no, yeah, we're sort of running out of groceries, which is kind of appropriate because we're about to leave. So.
Yeah, I didn't want to put it.
Yeah, I was like, I don't want to go shopping because we're about to be out of town. There's still things we have to shop for the trip, mainly for knives.
Yeah, we gotta go to PetSmart and for Spoon.
Mm-hmm.
Don't let me forget that.
Yes, absolutely. Mustn't forget Spoon.
Mm-hmm. Oh, so what up? You like it though?
I like it. It's not very interestingly varied, but I like it.
Yeah. Oh, what do you think of the soap?
It's alright. It's good.
But yes, I cook. Mainly stuff that I like. What's going on in the chat, Bronny?
Falcon wants to know why Aeon doesn't like me. And
That's
I'm pretty
probably personal business.
Yeah.
Well,
you'd have to ask him about that.
Maybe with him, but I'm pretty sure it's a combination of my personality and the fact that I'm Christian. But
wait, he doesn't like you? Why not? I'm now adding to it. That's odd. I'll have to ask.
Yeah. Apparently he told FNGR that he can't stand my freaking guts, and FNGR put it in the video.
And whenever FNGR puts in a video is solid truth, really?
Well, I believe Aeon. I don't know.
That's a lot of he said, she said.
Yeah, if I heard it from him, I'd believe it. If I heard it from I do nothing but make gossip on my channel,
yeah,
I don't believe bullcrap.
Do you think this leg is long enough?
Clayton Johnson says, I'm so excited for Angry Birds 2, it looks better than the first. Yeah. Listen, the stuff that Knife hawks up is probably better than the Angry Birds movies.
They could be a lot worse, Bronny. If I had to sit through something, I guess it'd rather be that than something I really, really hate. I have a hard time thinking of a movie I really, really hate, though, other than, like, Twilight. But I was watching Twilight today because there was nothing else on TV. I mean, it was that
why do you do that to yourself?
It was that or Teen Titans Go!
Oh, that's a hard choice. I'd still pick Teen Titans Go, I think.
I don't know, Twilight's a bit funnier to watch. Like, you can just point out the dumb shit. Like, I go, that's creepy. Why are you turned on by that?
Right?
At that point, I would have turned it off, gone outside, got some exercise, or just sat there and stared at the wall.
But I was folding laundry. I couldn't leave. And plus, it's too hot.
You didn't have any music you could just put on?
I don't have a speaker.
You do now.
I do? Oh, no, this?
Yeah.
But I'm over there.
Blast it. If I'm not here, you can blast it all you want. Heck, if I am here, you can blast it all you want.
I don't want to overdo it. These speakers, I don't want to buy another pair.
True.
We'll blast that Twisted music. Some
You mean the musical?
insane clown posse.
I don't want to listen to Insane Clown Posse.
Some Disturbed.
Maybe Disturbed.
Slipknot.
Oh, my friend's going to a Slipknot concert this weekend.
He's talking
Nice.
gibberish to me.
Slipknot. What is it, K?
Luna says, "Wait, Jumanji is an actual board game."
Yeah,
I don't know which came first.
I have it.
Does anybody know which came first, the movie or the board game?
The movie.
Which is pretty neat.
The movie came first, the board game played off of it.
Was
Alright.
Jumanji based off a book, by any chance?
I think, maybe?
I wouldn't be surprised. It feels like it was a
yeah.
book.
But then later on, that same guy basically remade Jumanji. Only this time it took place. It was set in outer space,
That
and
was
it was
Zathura.
really dumb.
It's 1995, the only Jumanji that matters.
I like the new Jumanjis too.
Admittedly, I haven't seen them, so I'm totally judging them without any precedent.
Wait, there's
but
more
You
than
should see-
one new Jumanji?
Yeah, there's gonna be a new
There's
one.
a sequel to the remake of the...
It wasn't a remake. It was.
It
a
was
sequel.
another sequel, which...
It was a sequel to
Ah,
the original
right.
Jumanji, and then there's gonna be a sequel to that sequel. So it's a trilogy now.
Oh, I'm
I
so
do not
mad.
acknowledge it as a trilogy, but okay.
Come on, watch it.
I'm
It's pretty
extremely
funny.
mad.
I had fun. I like Jack Black,
That's true. Jack Black is usually entertaining.
especially when a teenage girl takes over his body. I liked the silence. that came
Oriental
after
Clock
that.
says,
I mean, what do I have to
"Hi,
say to
long time
that?
no talk."
It's really funny. Oh, look who decided to come on in.
Hey, Knife, are you feeling abandoned?
She's like, why is the party in here? Stop
Right?
smelling my trash.
Something very interesting there, Remy.
Every
Other-
time.
Smells like you.
I threw it out this morning.
It's an adaptation of the 1981 children's book of the same name by Chris Van Allsburg,
Ooh.
and the first installment of the Jumanji franchise. Oh God, and the first installment of the Jumanji franchise. God, it's a franchise now. Shoot me.
Yeah.
What, Knife?
Hey, guy, come here. Come here. Get your pets.
You're not getting in my lap. I'm eating.
Oh. Especially when she's got soap on the loose.
Yes. Saw you did
As,
your birthday. I'm gonna have to check that out.
let me try to find
It looked
where the
like she
beginning is.
kind of bit it from when I was
Oh,
putting
yeah, I feel like she's like, there's a pill in here, damn it, and stopped eating it.
What was that, Brownie?
I'm trying to find where I left off in the chat.
Ronnie, you're failing your job.
Bronny, you do nothing but watch that chat. That
You
is-
had one job.
You
That-
girls talk forever.
that and look pretty, and you're not doing either of those right now. You're not showing camera.
All right.
Okay.
Emily says, "I wanted to go to BronyCon. I think I got school." No, forget school. School will just rot your brain.
You know that's
Any-
bullcrap.
Everything rots your brain with this guy. Video games, bad TV shows, school now, computers.
Girlfriends.
Mm.
Let's see here.
This guy's like the Antichrist of fun.
Battleship Agincourt wants to know if Knife is still wearing the cone of shame.
Yep.
Yeah, she'll take it off for a bit when we leave to BronyCon, but
I think we're gonna have to keep it off, honey.
Eat a hole right into
I'm not
herself.
looking forward to coming back to that.
Mm.
She's gonna be a mess.
Actually, she'll probably be cleaner.
Well, you know, in the right area, she's gonna be a mess. What is it? I fed you. I gave you pets. What more do you need in life?
I believe she wants more.
Clayton says Brawny will probably are the Hawaiian pizza. Clayton, check your sentence structure. Also, no.
I saw a freaking
Emily's-
cable chomper today that I was thinking of getting brownie because it had pizza on it, but I had pineapple too, and I'm just like, nah, it's too much.
Emily says hi, sweetie.
Hi!
You.
Sweetie, Buckin wants to know where your cutie mark came from.
The paw prints.
Alright, so.
I'm gonna tell this story once.
Story. So, their paws to indicate my animal care inclination. They are green to indicate my Irish heritage. There are 3 of them to represent my family, either my father and my 2 sisters or myself and my 2 sisters. And they're actually supposed to be arranged in the shape of a Mickey Mouse head for my love of Disney.
Man, a lot more thought went into that than I perceived. That's cool.
Agorna says, so, how was your week?
It's been a fairly typical week.
What does the typical week entail?
Well, I only work in part-time, so Thursday and Friday I worked, but the rest of the week I stay home, I exercise, I brush the cat, I clean up around the house a little, I work on some schoolwork. No, you're not getting there. No, I'm crocheting.
Mommy, I love you.
I love you too, but I'm crocheting. Okay. I love you, but I'm crocheting. Yeah. I would make more space for you, but clearly it's hard. Alright.
Clayton says, sweetie, can you thrill me?
Yo, Baron, I can dig it.
Okay, I was about to go just... No.
But then you'd have to go in a hole.
Get over here!
Did FNGR ever see why his sees eyes like that?
So
okay, so the story behind that is that the person he commissioned for those poses screwed it up, and he liked it, so he went with it.
Oh, I wasn't listening. What?
No, it's not important. Don't worry.
Now I'm mad.
Falcon 5 says, Teen Titans Go versus Teen Titans looks to be decent.
I don't know.
Oriental Clock says, hi all, long time no talk. How are you doing today?
You know. See, I got done with chores pretty early today, so I was packing and cooking today.
Mm-hmm.
The computers were working today, so I appreciated that.
Clayton Johnson says, R.I.P. Robin Williams. I agree. I Am Boot says the second one was hilarious. Clayton wants to know what Sweetie thinks of Kung Fu Panda 2.
Oh, I love Kung Fu Panda.
Yeah, I love Kung Fu Panda 2.
Kung Fu Panda 2 was the best one. Lord Shen, boy.
I actually really like the third one. I realize I'm in the minority here, but I really felt like it.
I still need to see it.
It was good. It was definitely good.
Yeah, you should see it. I acknowledge that on a objective level, I'd say 2 is probably the strongest, which is odd. But I personally enjoyed 3 a lot.
I still don't understand the ending of the first. Frickin' skadoosh, and then the town explodes, and we never see that guy.
He does the wushu finger hole.
He basically Spanished him to the spirit realm.
Spanished him?
Spanished.
He Spanished him. Flamingo dancing and everything.
Skadoosh is a Spanish term.
Okay.
I think. Maybe. Look, there's a lot of culture in this.
Digging holes.
Whatever.
Let's see here. Emily says she's going to see Toy Story 4 on Monday.
Well, that sounds good. I'm not heavily invested in Toy Story.
I was. I feel like I'm burnt out on it, though. Not that I wouldn't see it if it were placed in front of me. I was just like, I didn't have a huge compulsion to go out and see it.
I like Toy Story 2 the best, I think.
Yeah, that one definitely, Toy Story 2 is the best.
I like Toy Story 3. I don't remember when I saw it. But Toy Story 4, I'm like, man, I thought we were done.
I'm sure Toy Story 4 is fantastic.
Yeah.
Like, it's Pixar, it's their greatest franchise, I'm sure it's great. I just didn't have the compulsion to go see it.
My coworker saw it. She really liked it so much that our other coworker printed out a picture of Forky and just taped it onto the side of her desk, and she was really happy about it. She likes frickin' Forky.
One thing I would be interested in, I wonder if they covered it in the film, is like the idea of what makes a toy and how the consciousness comes from, you know, because like when
I think they're actually doing that though.
Yeah. That's why I'm like that. That was the only thing that compelled me to see the film, was that I was interested if they actually explored where the consciousness comes from, when it stops being an inanimate object and starts having a consciousness, which is kind of a creepy concept when you think about it.
Oh, yes.
Agincourt wants to know if we read any fan fictions, film fictions specifically, and if we have any that we'd recommend, and wants to know if we've seen the Upheaval series.
No, and no.
I read fan fiction from time to time. Bronny reads it a lot more than I do. Me and Bronny, before we started dating, what kind of led up to it is that we were both really into this series. Well, he read it first, and then he got me into it. Was this fan fiction, The Journey of Graves. And it's a series. And it follows the OC of Graves, but it's like really, really good.
That series I highly recommend. It's humanized, and not in the Equestria Girls sense. This started way before Equestria Girls. And the first story in that series is called When a Man Comes Around. So, yeah, I highly recommend that one. There's a million stories I'd highly recommend. There were two really funny ones that I read this week. And I got a bunch of others. Let's see here. Severe Weather Appreciation Week is one that I read this week. And I also read Completely Safe in the Reference Section. I'm pretty sure those are both by the same author.
I have a few fan fictions that I really like, but I'm having trouble remembering the names of it because it's been a while since I've read them. There was one I really liked. There was a ship fic between Applejack and Discord. Oh, Love Needs No Reason by Eva Wizard, and it was really good. I had lots of fun reading it.
One of my favorite stories ever is called The Education of Clover the Clever. And what other ones can I suggest? Goodness, I had one on the tip of my tongue. Anything by Reflective Vagrant is really good. Most things by David Silver are really good, especially if you're also into Dungeons and Dragons.
Yeah, David Silver stuff's awesome.
If you're into some romance with lots and lots of next gens coming, go do Bride of Discord, then Daughter of Discord, then Son-in-Law of Discord.
Those two, although I haven't read Son-in-Law of Discord, but...
I'm reading it, it brought up that dilemma we were talking about.
Right.
Whoa. That last one made me think. I mean, I'm not done with it yet, but...
If you like superheroes, Equestrian City by Malcontent is really good. And, goodness, there's another one. Oh, the Flash Sentry Papers is a series. And I can't remember the author's name. But I am trying to find that out as we speak.
I think there was one I liked called Song of Silence that was a ship fic between Celestia and Big Mac. Good times.
I mean,
nice.
It was in the comics.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, there's a new installment to that story I just mentioned, the Flash Sentry Papers.
Ooh.
I didn't even know. When was this uploaded? Last year. I just completely skipped it, I guess, without realizing it.
They need more Flash Sentry in Equestria Girls. I feel like we just abandoned him. He got an updated look too that I really liked. He looked adorable. What a little heartthrob. My boy.
Oh no, wait. This is not an official installment of the series. Okay, so you guys are going to be looking for Tumbleweed is the name of the author. And the first story in that series is The Prisoner of Zebra. So those are my suggestions for now. And then there was a bunch of like really good ones that never got finished, which annoys me.
Oh, I hate that. Like, I had a few that were crossovers with Mass Effect that were actually pretty good, but have not been picked up in the longest time. I really wanted to know where they were going.
Let's
So
see
many
here.
ships.
Can Heather and Sweetie read our posts directly? Yes, they can, but that would distract, so I'm taking over.
I can, but I choose not to.
She's the one in control of the computer, so I can't.
It's mine.
Sweetie, Buckin wants to know that since you're Irish, do you like Guinness and Riverdance?
Yeah. I like Guinness better in Ireland, though. In America, it's... Well, it's not terrible. I still drink... I mean, I don't know if you saw on Twitter, I still drink it. I had a good 2 pints when we went out. Excuse me. But in Ireland, it's like smooth as milk. Like, it's smooth as milk, and I don't know if it has a higher alcohol tolerance or I just drank it so fast that I got drunk faster. But I got drunk faster. Just like... Yeah, I would be an alcoholic if I lived in Ireland. I can't lie.
Let me see here. Have you ever cosplayed before, Sweetie?
Yeah, it's called Halloween. But
All
yes, I'm just not very good at it. I don't have like the dedication it takes to like properly cosplay.
You did a pretty
Applejack,
nice.
though.
Yeah, that was like I want to say a very low maintenance one. Your Applejack cosplay. All you did was have. One
Oh
hair, wear a hat.
yeah, it was. Yeah, I was like, I just got a hat and I got. Yeah, actually, I did kind of go all out for that one. So I had boots, I had jeans. I found online. I found a orange plaid collared shirt and a hat, and then I got red tie to tie my hair pretty low. And then I think I put not that I should be telling you this is kind of stupid, but I put like a what's it called? Whiteout. I use for the dimples. Because I was too cheap to buy actual face paint.
Oh, that's cute. I don't even bother trying to put on freckles.
Yeah.
Though I do have nice boots.
That was a while ago. I don't even think I probably actually might fit back in that shirt now. I don't know, but it's probably nasty at this point.
Buckin wants to know what I do for my job. Well, I'm an audiovisual technician at one of my jobs, but I have roughly 8 others. I range from personal training, and the rest are mostly photography, but I also do some sports broadcasting work.
If you ever heard the term jack of all trades?
Yeah, that is me. Let's see here. Iris Prince says Russie Taylor, the voice of Minnie Mouse, died yesterday.
That's sad.
Emily wants to
Mouse.
know what Sweetie's Hogwarts house and Patronus is.
Hufflepuff, and as far as Patronus, when I took a test, it said that my Patronus was an osprey.
What's an osprey?
It's a type of hawk.
Oh, that's cool.
Yeah, I'm not against it. I haven't thought about it too hard. I mean, my favorite animal is a cat, and I could always say cat, but then that puts me in the same boat as Professor McGonagall, but it also puts me in the same boat as Professor Umbridge. I don't know how I'd feel about that.
Hers was particularly a kitten, I think, wasn't it? So as long as it's not a kitten. My Hogwarts house was Slytherin, and when I took the test on Pottermore, they said that my Patronus was a Mustang.
Nice.
Mighty.
Brony.
Mustang Sally.
Ronnie, go find out your stuff. Go take the Patronus test. I'm curious.
No.
Why? Why don't you
Don't
love
wanna.
me? Why don't you love me? Why do you hate me so much? Why don't you do anything I ask?
I do stuff you ask for me all the time.
Not the fun stuff.
Oh my.
Yes, the fun stuff. Okay, I watch Kirby with you.
You didn't even act nice about it.
Whatever, little girl.
I'm not a little girl, I'm an adult woman.
You're a woman, I might add.
Buckin wants to know if we want to see The Lion King. No.
I'm not particularly interested. I kind
I
of want
am
to see
Boot
Mulan.
says I love Toy Story 2.
Oh yeah, Toy Story 2 is the she's.
That song, gosh.
Yeah,
when somebody
when
loves
somebody,
you.
When.
I'm glad we both thought the same thing. I'm like,
that's like the pinnacle of that movie. Like without that song, that movie probably wouldn't have been as amazing.
That was a good song.
But it was like, dang.
I put it on at one point and my mom heard it without context. She's like, Heather, is this a lesbian song? And I'm like, no, Mom, this is from Toy Story.
Tell her it's a lesbian song.
Oh, yeah, Mom, it's lesbian.
It's a lesbian song.
It's adorable. I don't know.
Emily
I think
says my last name is Irish.
Huh?
I am Boot says my last name is Polish. My last name is Buck.
It rhymes with fuck.
$5 to the swearing card.
All right, someone put $5 in there for me.
I mean, you can't lie that we've been using buck as an innuendo for quite some time.
Oh.
Or rather, as a, I suppose, more of a censor. You'd like mother bucker, that type of stuff.
I'm having deja vu for something. Like, I swear I heard buck somewhere that wasn't pony, and it totally threw me off.
Huh. That would throw me off.
I'm like, whoa.
Are
we being open
we
about
excited for Brony Palooza?
There's like 2 artists that I want to see. Your Enigma and Violet.
Yep, Violet Pony. And if we got the energy, which I highly doubt is going to happen, Eurobeat at 1 o'clock in the morning on gosh darn Sunday.
On Sunday? 1 o'clock in the morning.
Oh yeah, I saw our ticket. We don't leave on Monday till late, which is good.
Yes. Although, my work still scheduled me for Monday. I'm like, look, guys. I know I didn't ask Monday off, but it's my usual day off, and I already scheduled for my flight, so screw you, I'm staying on vacation.
Yeah, I'm not coming back. No.
Yeah, not when the flight's been, like, already paid for. It's like, I'm sorry, I'm not changing my flight because you decided to have a meeting on my day off. That's not happening.
But, yeah, they're going to have your Enigma there. And Heather really likes Electro Swing, so I think she's going to like him.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, no, I've listened to your Enigma. His stuff's good.
When you say 1 a.m. on Sunday, you mean 1 a.m. like Saturday evening, right?
Like Saturday night.
Yeah, I'm going to be busy. You guys have fun, though.
Oh, you're gonna
Right.
if you're gonna listen during your Enigma.
When's that?
I don't remember. What night's your Enigma, Bronny?
Night and time.
Friday night. No, Thursday night at 9:30, I believe.
You're gonna miss us dance and swing.
Trailblazers in the fandom takes priority. Sorry.
You guys work too hard.
I mean, I'm not part of the panel. I just want to see Silver and Dusty get acknowledgement. That's all.
Oh, okay. Well, that's fair.
Let's see here. Oh, they should have had me on that panel. I've been making videos longer than the both of them.
Yeah, but I wouldn't consider you a trailblazer with fandom in quite the same way.
What does
That's
it
true.
mean exactly?
Well,
Let's see. Iris says, I think Brawny would be a Ravenclaw.
Nah, I think he's a Gryffindor. I mean, don't get me wrong, he's intelligent. But not in a Ravenclaw kind of way, if you catch my drift. I think it's more
I think I'm a Hufflepuff.
I think you're full of crap.
I'm definitely Hufflepuff. Just because it is fun to say.
You're not a Hufflepuff.
Slytherin.
I demand to be a Hufflepuff, and I will fight anybody who
See, this is why you're a Gryffindor.
Yeah, basically. Yeah, exactly. That's exactly it.
Would you believe me if I told you I did that on purpose?
Yes.
Let's see here. Murdoch says, I took the Patronus test, and for whatever reason, I got a dot.
A dot?
I don't know.
Oh, maybe he said dog.
Oh.
Yeah.
For hint.
Emily says my Patronus is a fox.
Cool.
Let's see here. Clayton Johnson wants to know if any moments in Kung Fu Panda 2 made us cry.
I actually think there was a moment that was very sad for me. I think it's when when his mom was leaving him behind in that turnip crate, and I was just like, oh man. I think I also love Kung Fu Panda 2 because you saw a lot of baby Poe, and that was just so freaking cute. He was so fat, and he ate everything, and didn't like pants. But yeah, like her leaving him behind in the turnip cart, or radish cart, whatever he was left in, like, left me like, oh man, that is like so freaking dark, because she's dead.
I don't think that movie made me cry. Not to say it wasn't sad in places, I just don't think it made me cry. It takes a lot for a movie to get me to cry. Either it has to be crazy touching, which means it really has to invest me in some department, or it's something that tugs at something personal. Like if it gets me right in the feels because, I have personal experience with blah blah blah, then that's gonna get me. Nothing Kung Fu Panda is that personal that it would hit me in the feels hard enough to get me to cry.
I'm just sensitive.
I am Boot says the inner machinations of my mind are an enigma.
Yes.
Battleship Agincourt says, my Harry Potter house was Ravenclaw, but only because I sought that house. None of my actual preferences were actually listed on that site.
That's fair.
Clayton says, my house is Gryffindor. I don't know what my Patronus is. Murdoch says, I'm Puffy Puff.
Hufflepuff!
Hufflepuff wrong.
I want a wand now.
I have one.
What kind?
Willow.
How do you know what kind of wand to get?
Pottermore.
They have a test for that?
Yes, that's like the best part of Pottermore. The wand test is amazing.
I feel like I've done it before. I don't know.
Willow wand, unicorn hair, 14 inches. It's my favorite one because the thing with the woods is so awesome. It's kind of like a horoscope type of thing where you get kind of creeped out about how well it knows you. Here, I'm going to show you what it says for willow wands, for instance.
I want to take the test now.
I'm going to read what it says for willow wands, and you guys can... yes, willow wands. Wandwood Pottermore already knows what I'm looking up. I just typed in Potter, and it was like Wandwood's Pottermore. It's like, maybe. Don't judge me.
We got you, girl. We got you, girl. We have serious wood for you.
Yeah, there you go. Alright, so I gotta go down to the W's, because there's a heck of a lot of these
Clayton wants to know if there's any part of Toy Story 2 that made us cry.
Yeah, we just said the When Somebody Loved Me. Like, hot damn.
When somebody loved me. No one did.
Alright, so.
I Am Boot says, I almost cried when I watched the first God's Not Dead.
God's Not Dead.
Is that a movie?
Yeah.
Is that a good one?
I don't think I've seen it, actually. Alright, so Willow. Willow is an uncommon wand wood with healing power, and I have noted that the ideal owner for a willow wand often has some, usually unwarranted, insecurity, however well they may try and hide it. While many confident customers insist on trying a willow wand, attracted by their handsome appearance and well-founded reputation for enabling advanced nonverbal magic, my willow wands have consistently selected those of greatest potential rather than those who feel they have little to learn. It has always been a proverb in my family that he who has farthest to travel will go farthest with Willow.
Alright.
It's crazy.
Sweetie, would you lightsaber fight with Heather?
Yeah.
I would if she had one.
We need to get her a lightsaber. Sweetie, let's the two of us split a lightsaber for Heather on Christmas.
Split a lightsaber, like purchasing. Sure.
Alright.
He's gonna go on Saber Forge, girl. It's gonna be too expensive.
Heather, your job is to forget that I said
that. From now
I will kick your butt.
I'd like to see you try, little girl.
Oh,
I would
you
want
to
to
bring
film
it?
it? I'd film it.
Get your camera. Let's go.
Alright, let's do it.
I run out to the street. You better be there.
I'll put it on YouTube. Get 1 million views. Domestic violence.
Oh yeah, those are...
Murdoch wants to know if we've ever seen the movie Bridge to Terabithia.
Yes.
I've read the book.
I didn't, and I was thoroughly bamboozled by that film. Because the advertisements for that film made it seem like it was going to be like a Chronicles of Narnia type of thing. And then I'm just like, what the frick? It takes the dark as hell turn.
No, like, it's
I didn't
not
sign up
like
for this
the
crap.
book.
Yeah, it's more like Where the Red Fern Grows. Like, it's like, holy crud.
Yeah, actually, when
Oh
I
my
was in
God,
school,
Where the
they
Red
made
Fern
us read those
Grows?
books back to back. And it was a very depressing trimester.
I can
That
imagine.
story
We
is
were
freaking. So it's like Where the Red Fern Grows. That's a nasty story.
It's, well, it is in the sense that it gets you in the feels.
I liked Where the Red Fern
Oh, I love Where the Red Fern Grows. In a weird way, with my school, they gave us 3 books that we could, and we had to read 2 out of them. It was Where the Red Fern Grows, The Giver, and Roll of Thunder, Hear My Cry. Most of my classmates chose to read The Giver and Where the Red Fern Grows. I chose Where the Red Fern Grows and Roll of Thunder, Hear My Cry. To this day, I have not read The Giver.
I've read The Giver. I could give you all the deets.
Nah,
It's on your reading list?
it's on my reading list, but then the funny thing is, like, there was a friend of mine, I was like, okay, I'll read The Giver if you read Chronicles of Narnia. I feel like she read the first, like, the Lion, Witch, and the Wardrobe, and I'm sort of like, shoot, I have to at least read some of The Giver, and I never did.
Luna says I was considering writing a fanfic with my MLP Pony Sona and Applejack. No. Clayton says, Ronnie, how would you rewrite Starlight Glimmer? Would you let her stay evil or earn her redemption properly? Wow, that is a very leading question. I would not rewrite Starlight Glimmer. I think she's just fine as she is.
No, I don't. She nearly tore away the fabric of time over something so stupid. So stupid.
Yeah, but I don't think she knew that's what she was doing, and I also don't think that she realized it was stupid.
Clayton wants to know what
Didn't
Sweetie
get one where she's
thought
not
of Forgotten Friendship. You remember that one, Sweetie?
What? I didn't hear the question.
Clayton wants to know what you thought of Forgotten Friendship.
I'm trying to remember that one. Which one was it?
Yeah, which one was
That
that?
was the one with Wallflower Blush taking everybody's memories.
Oh, that one was
yeah.
lame.
I haven't seen it.
You're not missing much.
I heard that it was really good. A lot of people loved it.
Flower Blush
I loved
sucked.
Why? I thought everybody
She was
loved
so lame. It was also something like, it was another thing where it was for a stupid reason and also something she caused. That she did it to herself.
her. Oh yeah. 'Cause
I'm
you
like,
know what?
okay, you
That tends
retarded teenager.
Well, yes,
That-
she was a
that
retarded
tends to be how
teenager.
these
It's not
things
like
work.
people haven't gotten frustrated for situations they cause themselves.
That's true.
Yeah, that's
but,
why
like,
you can't give teenagers superpowers.
Yeah.
Yes, can you guys please stop giving them superpowers? Can we fight an adult, please?
Let's see here. Luna says I'm not that big into books.
Aw, books are
Shame.
nice.
Yeah, books are awesome.
I'm trying to decide what book I'm going to bring to read on the plane if I have time. I got the Bible and I got Cthulhu. Two very opposing genres.
You need to have them like next to each other. Read them both at the same time.
I'm
Do it.
like, I'm going to go like this.
Right?
It's like, are you trying to pick between religions here?
I love it.
Okay,
I've got Doom downloaded on my phone.
Clayton's
Oh, I got
over here
Dune too.
dumping an entire library on us. Have we read White Fang, the
Yes!
Lemony Snicket series, Percy
Yes.
Jackson, or Charlotte's Web?
I've read Charlotte's Web, some of Lemony Snicket, like 2 books, I think, and
Yeah.
I don't know White Fang. What was the other one, too?
Don't know White Bang.
Don't know White Fang. Give me White Fang
Charlotte's,
and I'll read.
Percy Jackson.
Percy Jackson.
I think I read a little bit of Percy
I
Jackson.
haven't read Percy Jackson. I read a tiny bit of a series of unfortunate events and was depressed enough to stop reading. And I loved White Fang. White Fang, Call of the Wild. Jack London is my boy.
Oh, Call of the Wild. Now I've heard of that one. Haven't read it.
White Fang, arguably, well, it's definitely the better of the two. And I think arguably kind of the more famous.
I think
Have
I
you
might have,
guys-
like, because I would always get books that libraries give away for free because they didn't want them anymore, and I would forget to read them, but I probably have, I think I have Call of the Wild somewhere in there.
Probably.
I should probably read it.
It's a good one.
I need a bookcase so I can display all my books.
Your aunt said she got us one.
She probably did. Most likely she has it, she just hasn't brought us to us yet. My mom's like, you know what? You either wait on that or wait till I get there, because I'm not using this bookcase we left behind. It mostly held your books.
I mean, that's the thing. Like, I would have bought you a bookcase if it wasn't for the fact that your aunt's like, I bought you one!
Just
and I'm sitting there
don't
like,
bother with it. We'll get one eventually.
Apparently.
For free, too. So I do not want you to pay for something that we're going to get for free if we just wait.
That's fair.
My Aunt Della, though, she's a flaky one, so...
Have we seen the movie Spirit, Stallion of the Summer?
I have it. It's in our living room.
Oh, you haven't? Okay, I thought you said you haven't, and I'm like, girl? Yeah, no.
How do you
Spirit's
not
awesome.
see Spirit?
I know. Spirit is awesome, and I felt very underrated.
Mm-hmm.
Like, it really got... I felt when it came out, it got a lot of critical bashing. And then I saw it, and I'm like, this movie's fine. It's good. It's... What?
I was a horse girl, so of course I watched it.
It's about horses. It's about, it's kind of like Black Beauty, but a little less depressing, a little more hopeful.
I read the book and have the movie Black Beauty. I think it's in there. I don't know.
I saw the Black Stallion.
Oh yeah, I have the Black Stallion too.
Yeah.
I also read the books. I read a lot of horse books.
Surprising.
What are our opinions of the new Star Wars movies?
What about Star Wars? What?
What are our opinions of the new Star Wars movies?
The new ones?
The first one, Force Unleashed.
I feel like they're a guilty pleasure, I think is the way I can say it. Is like they're not fantastic pieces of cinema, but I can actually get through it without wanting to hurt myself. Unlike the prequels. And I'm mostly talking about, like, the main three. I saw Rogue One, and other than being, like, baffled by the CGI of bringing a dead man to life, which was amazing, I really didn't care about the rest of the movie.
I liked that sassy droid.
Sassy droid was funny.
I have a bobblehead of Jyn Erso right there. That's my Funko Pop.
I was kind of meh about Rogue One, and I didn't see Solo. I couldn't have cared less.
I liked Rogue One. I didn't finish Solo.
I didn't see it. I didn't want to see it. I was like, I don't care.
Yeah, I don't really care either. That's probably why I didn't finish it.
Right? I'm like, I don't care.
I got to the part where he met Chewbacca, and I'm like, there it is. Okay, I'm done.
Yeah, we're done.
Walk away. Doesn't matter what happens after this.
Let me see. Luna Amethyst says her idea for her film fiction would involve her pony Sona being a detective.
That's nice.
Yeah.
Sweetie, what did you think of Rainbow Road Trip?
I don't think I've seen that one either.
Girl.
I found it funny that they call it
It's another
Rainbow
one, like,
Road
they use
Trip
the animation
when
style
they were
from
never
the
on the
movie.
road.
Oh, yeah, I haven't seen it.
It's just like a special. It was fine.
I haven't seen any of the specials because I just feel like I don't bother.
You're gonna get so much crap at BronyCon.
Well, that's the thing. Like, I'm not invested enough in the fandom to find it necessary to keep up with all the intricate little specials. As it is, it's hard enough to keep up with the show. Especially when I'm trying to stick to American releases and everybody else has seen them from Mexico or what have you.
I have not seen all the Equestria Girl stuff. It's all mixed up to me.
I have seen very little of the Equestria Girl stuff. I've seen next to nothing. And that's the thing, like, everyone was talking about Forgotten Friendship and how amazing it is, and I just hadn't seen it. Because it was special, and I can't be bothered to hunt those down.
I feel like every time a special comes out, I'm always hating on people's waifus. They're like, ooh, look at this character, oh, my new bride, and I'm like, she sucks! Your waifu's shit! Shit!
$7 to the swear jar.
Yeah, especially when that could have easily been avoided with the your waifu is trash.
Trash does not have the punch I'm looking for.
Okay.
It needs to hurt. I'm trying to hurt you.
I thought Rainbow Road Trip was funny because they were never once on the road. They were just in the balloon for half the movie, and then...
Yeah, that's actually a fair point.
Let me see. Bigorna says that makes Starlight a good character because she's dumb with a lot of power, and that's the dream to everyone.
Okay.
I never gave a crap about power. I'd much rather be intelligent with no power.
Intelligence is power.
There you go.
Have we read any of the MLP comics? I've read up to like 60, and I'm way behind, and I've been trying to make time to catch up.
I gave up.
Maybe I'll catch up while I'm on the road to BronyCon. I'll have something to read.
I don't have the finances to keep up. I saw like the first arc. I read the first arc, and then I think pretty much nothing after that.
Yeah, I gave up. Like, I used to collect the comics, and there's a channel I'm subscribed to that, like, posts all the panels in a video of all the comics that are being released so I could read it for free. But I just gave up. I was just like, nah, I don't feel like it anymore. There's too much effort.
Yeah, too much effort. That's how I am.
But I do have, like, a collection of the comics now back in California with my mom that are, like, just in binders. Like, I was keeping them in good condition, too, and I'm just like, man, I'm not finishing this collection.
I Am Boot says you guys should read the Hive, Higher Institute of Villainous Education series.
Oh, is that a comic series? That's DC. That's DC.
What about the Hunger Games?
I've read all those.
Read them. I actually, loved it up until the ending of the third book, which was BS. But
who did you want Katniss to be?
It wasn't about that. It was about the fact that I didn't give 2/10 of a care about Katniss. By the time you get to the third book, you care about the world. You care about the nation. You care about, like, the society that she's in. And the end of the third book is like, and then Katniss lives happily ever after. And you're like, yeah, okay, but I didn't care. What happens to the government? What happens to everything? It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter because it doesn't directly affect Katniss. And I'm just like, I don't care about Katniss.
That's a fair point. I feel like that ending was a bit too sweet. I feel like it came about because, like, younger readers were into Katniss and were trying to, like, project.
I'm not saying that she shouldn't have had a happy ending. I'm saying that as far as the things that I was invested in, it would just left a whole bunch of crud hanging. Because, like, yes, and then she no longer got involved in politics. And then I'm like, okay, but I'm interested in the politics. I'm here for the politics. I've been reading these books for politics. Like, that's why I'm here. I want to know the ending to the political story. I don't care that she, like, married Peeta and had children. Like, I don't care. Spoilers, if you haven't seen the films. But it's like, I don't care. As far as who I shipped her with, though, I was saying to a friend of mine that while I don't mind that I think Peeta is the better of the two men. And because of that, I shipped Katniss with Gale. Because I felt like
he could do
better. That she didn't deserve him. And that she far more was on par with Gale.
Yeah, you know? I felt like they connected more. They had more
well, I don't know if they connected more, but they definitely had more in common.
Yeah, that. You know? They were childhood friends, and I'm usually not for that thing, but like,
I love childhood friend stuff.
I do not.
I'm a sucker for that.
Like, childhood friendships, but Peeta's like, oh, the guy.
He's such a sweet cinnamon roll, and god damn did he could have done better. So I wanted, the only reason I rooted for them and was fine with them getting together was for his sake. For his sake, I was okay with them getting together. Part of me was like, oh my gosh, move on, find a better woman.
Yeah, he got really damaged by the end.
Yeah.
So
I was glad he got his happily ever after. I don't care if it's at the price of her happily ever after. I don't care.
There was a line that really struck me that she pretended to be asleep while they were out in the city. And they were talking, and then Peeta was like, who do you think she'll choose? And, like, Gale just goes, well, I reckon she'll pick the person that she thinks she can't live without.
Yeah.
And she's like, wow, do they really think I'm that cold?
Yeah, and I'm sort of like, yes, because you are. That was my reaction. Like, I can't believe they think of me that way. I'm like, well, they're right.
I mean, I don't think it's like she's a bad person. She's a survivalist. She only goes she can't without.
Yeah, I'm not saying that she's a bad person. I'm just a bit apathetic towards her. I don't want harm to come to her. I'm okay with the fact that she lived happily ever after. I'm very happy that Peeta got his happily ever after. I wish that he was with a woman who I felt properly loved him and wasn't just, settling for him because she needed him.
She did.
It was about she needed him, not she
I guess that's why I didn't go for it, because, I didn't feel like there was love there. It was, like a situational thing.
But it was going to be a situational thing no matter what. Like, they were, both Gale and Peeta were saying. It's it's going to be situational. It's going to be about what she needs more. And, again, Gale sort of did that thing of, he kind of stepped in it real bad.
Murdoch says Charlotte's Web introduced me to the idea of death, and it didn't help me, it scared me. To this day, it's a constant fear. Curse you, animated piggy.
Aw.
Animated Piggy. Oh, so it was the film you saw then.
It was kind of sad if you think about it. It's just like they're trying to make this pig seem special so he doesn't die.
I can't think of a film introducing me to the concept of death. I guess it must have been The Lion King, theoretically.
I don't remember when I realized things die, but I think me and sister kind of went through this phase where we would be scared at night saying, oh no, I realize I'm going to die, and be sad about it. But my sister went on that thing for like way too freaking long, and sometimes she still has that thing. It's like, oh god, I'm just so like, I'm gonna die, having an existential crisis, and I'm like, dude, yeah, we're all gonna die, just chill.
Yeah, I started being suicidal when I was 7, so it never scared me. It was, ambition.
Dark. Dark. I love you, boo.
Alright, Clayton,
Don't die.
Clayton's given us another library
Use a
here.
cracker, don't die.
Okay.
Diary of a Wimpy Kid, Legend of the Guardians, Alice in Wonderland.
No, yes. Alice in Wonderland is a great book. It's a really... I read an annotated Alice, and it's really quite fascinating if you get, like, sort of a background in the history of the book as well. It's a good one.
What do you think, Heather?
Can you listen to me again?
Oh my gosh, listen. Diary of a Wimpy Kid,
Never
Legend
read.
of the Guardians,
Never
Alice
read.
in Wonderland.
Never read. Didn't read any of them.
What did you think of Fizzle Pop Berry Twist?
Love
Good
her.
song. Good song.
Oh, yeah, I love her song.
Open up your eyes.
Eyes. Yep.
Good stuff.
Alright. Let's see here. Clayton says, I like the comic about Capper.
Oh, Capper had a comic. Now I have to get back into it.
I thought you were the one who told me about that.
He was in a comic. I don't know if it was about him. He's been in a few things.
But, like, the one with his backstory.
Oh, no, that was in a comic, but that comic wasn't specifically about him. It was going into the backgrounds of all the stuff before the movie.
Have
He's
you
in
girls
Aladdin.
read Kiss of the Dark? Emily wants to know.
What?
Have you girls read Kiss of the Dark?
Nope.
It's a really
All
booky
right.
stream.
Apparently.
Megan McGonigal says, hey Heather, messaging from Otakon.
Ooh, Otakon.
Iris wants to know your opinions on Cursed Child.
Oh, The Cursed Child.
I don't know that one.
I'm sorry, I'm gonna have to jump on the basic bandwagon and say it's a glorified fanfic. Nothing more.
Who doesn't love... Oh, yeah, that's a Harry Potter thing,
It's
isn't
the
it?
Harry Potter thing, and it's a glorified fanfic, and it just reeks of fanfic. It just reeks of it.
Like what's-her-face, J.K. Rowling didn't write it?
She didn't write it, no. Our fans did, and she just sort of approved it. And I'm just like, ugh. It's
It's
got
not
some
any
interesting concepts, but it's just so fanficky. I just can't.
I'm interested. Do you have the book?
Let's see.
Somewhere around here.
High Vicenta Comic
Let me borrow
Series says, I am Boo.
If I find it.
It's a school that kidnaps young kids with the potential to become the world's next biggest villains.
What was
Emily says, I've heard they're going to make a new Hunger Games movie, and everyone in your chat really needs to just learn how to write.
Yeah, I tell
How
him
can
that.
they make a new Hunger Games film? It was a trilogy. The trilogy's over. What?
They don't want to let things rest.
Murdoch says, I must go. Farewell.
Bye.
Battleship Agincourt says, open up your eyes is a great morning alarm.
Oh, good thought.
Megan says, I'm going to Squiggly's channel to see her live streaming. How dare you?
You're leaving me? How could you do this? Leave $1 in the swear jar!
And Murdoch says, I return.
Oh.
Well,
Okay,
that's fast.
that was fast. Hi.
What's up?
I think by the time we got to his bye, he probably was already back.
Yeah,
Sorry.
don't talk for forever.
My stream,
Oh.
I talk for
Ronnie.
as long as I want.
Battleship Agincourt says, what do you think about the Crimes of Grindelwald series?
Don't know that one.
I like it, but I also acknowledge that, like, it appeals to me. Although I didn't like the last one. The first one I loved, and I admit, like, there are things wrong with it, especially if you consider that it goes with a lot of the things the movies did, rather than the things the books did. But it's just, it's popcorn popping fun. Like, the first one's harmless, the second one kinda isn't, it's kind of, I don't like the second one, I gotta be honest. But I really like the first one. I mean, it's a Hufflepuff saving animals. I mean, come on.
Yeah.
Have you girls ever read Artemis Fowl?
No.
I started it way back when I was a little one, and I couldn't keep going because Artemis was just such a douche. I just couldn't, which of course is the point of the series, but I just could not read a series with the guy I hated.
What's that series about? I'm not familiar with it.
It's basically, it's kind of like a fantasy series, but from the point of view, or at least from what I recall of it, correct me if I'm wrong, those who've actually read the series, but it was a fantasy series from the point of view of the evil genius, basically. Like, there's some kid who's a genius, and he's using his genius to do selfish and bad things. Now, again, correct me if I'm wrong, and, maybe the books take a different turn, but I didn't like the main character. So it was very hard for me to read. Again, I knew that was the point of the book, was that you were supposed to, it was about, it's different and edgy and different and blah, 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 but it didn't sit well with my innocent child mind who preferred things like the Chronicles of Narnia, where everybody who listened to Aslan was all happy.
Jesus allegory lion.
Exactly.
I love Jesus Lion.
Jesus Lion is the best line.
Honey Drop the Unicorn says hi.
Hi!
Didn't she say hi to us
I
already?
thought she already said hi.
Well,
Well, hi again.
That was somebody else. Megan McGonagall says back again. Welcome back, traitor.
Oh, hello.
How could you hurt us?
We're still wounded from your treachery.
Battleship Agincourt wants to know your favorite Harry Potter character.
I want to say Victor Crumb. I remember Victor Crumb very well. I really liked him. He was a down-to-earth, kind of a hunk, and, I liked Hermione got a piece of that.
That's a very interesting choice. Not a lot of people would go with Victor. I'm going to be more basic. I'm going to say Luna Lovegood. I identified with her. She was a weirdo. And part of me wanted her to get together with Harry just so I could pretend that I could get a Daniel Radcliffe in my life. But I guess not.
Frodo was my favorite Harry Potter character.
Shut your traitorous mouth.
We're going to get him here. We're going to tie him down. We're going to make him watch all of them.
He hasn't watched the Harry Potter film?
Not all of them.
No. I think I've seen maybe the first one. But that's it.
I'm on you with this one.
She's on me with this one, Bronny. You're not going to live.
Mm-hmm.
We'll get lots of snacks.
Every time I say there's a movie I haven't seen around you two, you freaking do this to me.
Oh, Harry Potter person.
Clayton, you gotta stop dropping libraries on us, my friend. Let's see here. Murdoch says, I was at Wooten's stream, but nothing was really happening. Also waiting to hear back from Donna, because we were gonna hang out tonight.
I ship it.
Woo!
Let's see here. Transformer Brett Production says, sup guys?
What's up?
Honey Drop the Unicorn wants to know if we've seen a cartoon called Amphibia.
I've seen it on the TV guide, but I haven't clicked on it when it's been on. I've seen scenes from it, and it looks kind of funny.
I have not seen it. I didn't even know it was a thing.
Megan,
It's about frogs.
I gathered.
Megan McGonagall says, hello, I just said I was at Otakon.
That's cool. Friend Juanita went to an anime convention.
Then she says, wait, why am I a traitor? Because you left us to go to Otakon. That's why.
To go to
I
Otakon?
think she went
no,
to a
she went to
different
another
stream.
stream. She's allowed to go to a convention.
Don't forbid her from that.
Yeah, but there was somebody who went to another stream and got us all hurt.
Hurted it.
Hurted it.
Luna says Gandalf is my favorite Harry Potter character.
Shut your traitorous mouth.
You're a little girl. Go read good books.
Good job, Luna. I'm proud of you.
She's such a daddy's girl.
Battleship Agincourt says, you shall not pass.
Well, look, Lord of the
I'm
Rings is
assuming
good
he's
too.
referring-
Yeah, I love Lord of the Rings, but it ain't Harry Potter.
Shall not pass.
Pause! It really annoys me when you do it super American.
Pause.
Well, in case you didn't notice, sweetie, I am in fact American.
But if you're going to imitate Ian McKellen, imitate Ian McKellen.
The greatest of the nationalities. American.
I like being American.
I like being American too, but doesn't mean that I don't love my British boys.
Clayton says, why can't I ask about books? You got something against books? I don't have something against books, Clayton. I have something against getting a library dropped on me that holds up the me reading the stream for 15 minutes.
And also, we can't spend the whole time talking about books.
Mm-hmm.
We gotta keep this conversation diverse.
Let's see here. Iris says, I like Hermione Granger and Draco Malfoy. I'm hoping
As
not
a ship.
together.
Oh yeah,
As a
they're
ship.
as a ship.
Yeah.
You ever seen a Harry Potter musical?
No.
They ship it.
I
They don't. It's not canon, but they ship it.
want to ship it.
The whole idea is that Malfoy is a tsundere, and his whole teasing her about being a mudblood thing was to hide his secret feelings of adoring her.
Oh my god!
And so there's a song in it in the first one called Granger Danger, which is basically both Ron and Malfoy basically discovering that they're in love with her.
Does Draco end up with her?
No.
Aww.
No, they stick enough with canon where it's good old Ron and Hermione.
Freaking Ron can bite me. He was lame.
He was not!
He was so plain.
What are you talking about?
He was so uninteresting. He had a nice family, but he was just so common.
That was his point.
Transformer Bread
Sorry, I like
Production says, hey Brawny.
eccentric stuff.
Hi Transformer, how you doing? Alright, let's see here. Emily says, Brawny and Sweetie, I ship it. No, you don't. Luna says, I also love Luke Skywalker. He's the best Harry Potter character.
I hate all of you.
Luna, you're alienating your family.
Buckin says, we almost had Sean Connery as Gandalf.
That would have been nice. Although, we would have lost Ian McKellen. I don't know, I think Ian McKellen did a fantastic job.
It's pretty good.
Emily says, do you guys have any tips for going into high school?
I had a list of rules I gave myself at the beginning of high school. It's like, okay, pass the class.
Yes.
Maybe make friends. Don't get pregnant. That was my only rule.
Yeah, those are 3 pretty darn good rules.
Yeah.
I'd say take away maybe the maybe. I'd say pass the classes should still be your priority, but making friends should be your secondary priority.
No, not getting pregnant should be first priority.
Well, yes.
And that stuff.
I suppose so, yes.
Don't get pregnant.
Don't get pregnant.
God, so
Remember,
many lives
Emily,
ruined.
Nor if
dating
this is a
until after
man,
you're
do not
married.
impregnate either.
Do not impregnate. You're going to get stuck with child support for the rest of your life.
Emily, remember, no dating until after you're married.
Ignore him. You can date, but
Just don't go all the way yet.
yeah, especially since honestly going all the way is illegal until you are 18.
Yeah, I always thought that was weird. I'm like, if they're 13 and pregnant, are they criminals?
Kinda.
Like, what's what, do you even get punished, though? I guess the punishment is living like that, but, like...
The thing is, like, it's the idea that when you're underage, it's molestation. It's that you are not old enough to consent. So, technically, you're not the criminal, but the person who slept with you might be.
Well, is it a crime if they're also, like, the same age? Because,
If
like,
they're the same age, it's not considered because it is... But it's, like, mutual molestation. Is
Yeah.
the thing. It's pedophilia. If you're under 18, it's pedophilia.
Like, I know statutory rape is when someone who's, like, over 18 does
Oh
it.
yeah,
but
if it's
that's
someone
not
who's if it's someone who's significantly older and it's someone underage, then that is absolutely a crime on the older person.
Yeah.
If they're about the same age, then it is considered kind of a mutual thing, and it's sort of a neither molested the other. Although a lot of times the courts don't favor the male in such a situation.
Yeah, so boys,
Yeah.
be careful.
Be careful, dude, because you're gonna get the short end of the stick no matter what actually happened.
Emily, learn to fight and fight often. Now's the
No,
time
don't fight often. Learn to fight. That's not a bad idea, as long as you're doing it constructively. But don't fight often. Ignore him.
You only fight when it's necessary. Ignore everything people say about you. Let it roll off.
Only in self-defense.
Yeah, don't...
Buckin5 says, I hope Rise of Skywalker doesn't disappoint.
Yeah, so do I.
We're all kind of hoping so. Also,
Battleship
I finished the legs
Edge
and attached them to the pony.
He's a pony!
Nice.
Without a butt.
Without a tail. It has a butt.
Needs a tail butt.
I'll put that over there because that's almost finished. Yeah. And now we can get started on the legs for Little Miss Orange here.
Little Miss Orange.
Battleship Agincourt says Snape is the best character to most people.
He wasn't the best until the ending.
And even then, honestly, he is the most sympathetic character in the movies. In the books, he's very sympathetic, but thank you. He's still a highly abusive person.
Yeah,
and the fact that he had a unrequited love doesn't take away the fact that he was a highly abusive person. He wasn't in the movies. In the movies, he was toned down significantly, so that he was just more like, oh, he's kind of a douche. He smacks me upside the head once in a while. But he, emotionally... The fact that Neville Longbottom's greatest fear was Severus Snape tells you what kind of effect he has on children, especially people like Neville, who would have, had they properly examined it, probably be considered someone with a learning disability. He had a hard time getting through his classes, excepting for herbology.
That's very sweet. I like thinking about Neville.
Yeah, Neville's great. And he would have, really, if they thought about it, he would have had a learning disability, and Snape was highly abusive to him, to the point where he was his greatest fear. And the fact that he had an unrequited love, while, oh, that sucks, doesn't take that away.
I'm seeing a bit of cause and effect there.
No. With Harry, it's cause and effect. Him abusing Harry was, well, you look like your father, I hated your father because he took my unrequited love away from me. So his hatred of Harry had a cause. Not a Neville. Had no reason to torment the hell out of Neville.
Yeah, Snape was just a bitter dude.
Yeah.
I had something to say, but I forgot.
Bigorna says, I love Peter Griffin from the Harry Potter series.
Die.
Can we not, boys?
If you were in school, asks Buckin, would you want people to know that you're a My Little Pony fan?
I didn't make it I guess I'm in the minority. It's never been a secret. I don't, advertise it, at work or anything, but it's never a secret. I wear shirts. I have my boss the other day, so I guess it's kind of out at work. My boss saw on my purse, I had a little Pinkie Pie coin purse, which is on my backpack over here, and he goes oh, what's that, a Pokemon? And I'm like, oh, it's just a pony. He's like, oh, from My Little Pony. And I'm like, yeah. So I wear it kind of blatantly, and in school, since it was out when I was in high school, my friend was doodling pictures in her notebook, and I was very open about my like of anime and video games, and I was open about liking My Little Pony, so I'm a very, I guess, sort of loud and proud person when it comes to the things that I like.
For me, it was never a secret, but it was, and still is, I don't like people knowing how involved I am in the fandom. For instance, I'm portraying my vacation to BronyCon. I'm portraying it as, yes, I'm going to a convention. To a small group of my coworkers, I confess to be, I was going for a BronyCon, but only because they're oh, well, I don't want to share what I do in my pastime because I'm a dork. I'm I'm going to BronyCon in Baltimore. I win. But, I do tone down how much I'm in the fandom, how deep I am in the fandom. But if someone's do you like My Little Pony? I'd be yeah. I think actually at one time at work, someone's oh yeah, well, what kind of pony is Rainbow Dash? And I wasn't part of the conversation. I was on the other side of the room, and I'm oop, I know, she's a Pegasus.
I would have walked around and be she's a Pegasus.
She's a Pegasus, you noobs.
You classless snob. Definitely. It's it's funny. I think it's more acceptable nowadays, because I was playing Pokemon Go in the break room at work, and then suddenly a sales guy walks up to me and just shows me the QR code and he goes, add me, and I'm yeah, sure.
Yeah, and you have to take into account, of course, that we're girls, so there's a lot less shame in liking My Little Pony. It's a lot more oh, you like a kid's show, they don't add the 4 little girls as if that's a bad thing, you know. So we don't get away with the challenge to our manlyhood that a lot of guys do. So it's just yeah, okay, I like adolescent stuff, so what? It's good stuff.
Yeah, no, nobody knows I'm a brony. Like I've kept that very closeted, especially freaking Christmas of 2012. I'll never forget this. My nephew was 2 years old at the time, and my older sister brings down this big plastic bin full of like some of the original My Little Pony toys and plops them down in front of her son to start playing with. And he's 2. He doesn't care. He's having the time of his life. And my sister is sitting there, you know, explaining all the different characters and like some of the gimmicks that the toys had. My father comes in the room and sees this and goes, "Why is my grandson playing with My Little Ponies?" And my sister thoroughly ignored him. Mm-hmm. But I was just sitting there watching the whole thing, and then I slowly slinked away.
Oh, Bronny.
And, alright, so let's see here. We got some stuff going on in the chat. Who are your favorite comedians? Asks Battleship Agent Core.
Oh, I have a few that I like, because I listen to comedians more often when I'm drawing or crocheting, and I just want something to listen to while I look at what my hand is doing on the screen or whatever. But I listen to a lot of, what's that newer guy who played Spider-Ham in the Spider-Man movie? What was his name?
Oh, yeah, what's his name?
The guy, it's Bronny, we listened to this guy.
Yeah, it's the skinny guy, right?
The skinny guy who's got, like, he reminds me of such a young child.
John Mulaney.
Yeah, that guy. I listen to that guy. And I'll just listen to old ones, like Gabriel Iglesias is still really funny to me. Anything that comes up on Pandora, like I'll listen to Kevin Hart. There's still Louis C.K. on there, but who's that other guy? Galifianakis or something. He has a really weird last name.
Zach Galifianakis, you had it right.
Galifianakis, yeah, that guy. I listen to him, and he just talks about married life and having children. I'm like, yeah, dude, that's why I'm not doing that. It's like, yeah, you make it sound awful.
I think Bronny is going to be very disappointed if you don't.
Oh, the married part, sure, but the children part. He's always like, yep, having children's horrible. Don't do that.
Now you're offending Nye.
You know who else? Talks about marriage and having children a lot and is really funny?
Al Bundy.
Bill Cosby.
And everything turned awkward. Good job.
Yeah. You should see the face I was making.
Right? So congratulations, Ronnie. You made the whole room awkward.
I remember that the scandal with Louis C.K. was like, because I heard about scandals all the time, and I was just like, oh, look, another actor.
Another one, yeah.
But then Louis C.K., and I was like, no, I listened to that guy on Pandora all the damn time.
Oh, no, Bill Cosby was the huge one for me. I'm like, hot damn, he was like a...
He's funny, too. Which makes it suck.
He makes it suck.
You gotta feel bad for laughing at him. But it's like, frick, what do you want from me? He's
right? He's funny.
I don't like any of it.
Yeah.
Why do
Stop being assholes.
Quit screwing it up.
Right?
Buckin' Five wants to know if the paintings that were featured from Burning Donut in that episode of Buck to the Face were, yeah, those were actually his art.
Yeah, I don't have it with me, actually. I left it at home. I had a picture I bought from him. It was a BMX bunny, like an anthropomorphic bunny, on a bike, and she was really cute, and I framed it, and I put it on my wall, but it's back at my mom's house. I gotta get it back. I really like that picture. He does really nice pinups.
Luna says, I've only seen the first 2 Harry Potter movies.
Shame.
Luna, see them all. They're really nice.
Hey, sweetie.
Yes.
Please get to 4.
Iris says that Daniel Radcliffe is 30 years old now.
I'm aware. He's my age.
You're not 30.
Not yet. He's 30 years old. He actually has a birthday in July.
Another one.
So I don't think he's almost 31 then. Give me a second.
It's so weird.
Murdoch says, my logic, if you like something, get megaphones. Many, many megaphones.
Oh yeah, he had his 30th birthday on Tuesday. I can't believe I missed it. I'm a terrible Daniel Radcliffe fan.
Take a cracker. Don't feel terrible.
I feel bad. I missed the 30th birthday of my waifu.
Luna says, also, I'm 17 and not pregnant.
Good job.
You almost made it.
When you get 20, you've beaten teenage pregnancy. Get pregnant anytime you want them.
I don't know if I agree with that, but at least it's a start.
Just wait until you're married.
Yeah, basically. Or wait until you're at least financially solvent.
Yeah. Okay,
No
when you're
baby
financially
until-
stable, you don't even have to get married. Just be like, go to a sperm bank and be like, I want
Or
a baby.
freaking adopt. There's so
Don't
many
date
homeless kids out
until
there.
after you're married.
No,
When
it's a free world,
When
Brian.
you're financially stable is more important than whether or not you're married.
You can be married and not be financially
Yeah,
stable.
and it's still not a good idea to have kids.
Buckin says, I still like the Cosby Show.
Aw,
Yeah.
I never watched
Agorna
it.
wants to know what our favorite pizza toppings are.
So I like a whole bunch of stuff. I would like grilled chicken and like a lot of meats. I love meats. Some pepperoni, grilled chicken, salami, maybe some sausage on there, meatballs. I like jalapenos. My favorite pizza. No one has surpassed this pizza yet. Was at Dahlia's Pizza back home in California. Their freaking buffalo chicken pizza with take the onions off,
yeah.
no onions on my pizza. But gosh, they had the blue cheese like right there in the pizza.
Have you ever tried CPK's barbecue chicken pizza?
Barbecue chicken. I don't like barbecue too much.
It's actually surprisingly good.
I'll try it. I'm more into
Listen,
buffalo.
here's what you need to do. Your pizza must have extra cheese, anchovies,
No.
olives, and
I'll
pepperoni.
leave right now. Middle of the
Listen,
street.
it's your stream.
It's my stream, and I can turn it off anytime I want to. If you bring in this
It's not me
nonsense
you'll
in
be
here.
screwing over this time, Heather.
Oh my god.
It's all your 11 adoring fans, okay? When was the last time you had 11 viewers?
That's true. We haven't had 11 in a while. This is getting better.
Oh, no, now it's 10 because you threatened to leave. Because
Gosh,
you
oh my god.
You just can't handle anything that with actual taste, can you?
No, you're disgusting. You're absolutely disgusting. By the way, were the potato tacos too salty?
No, actually, I liked it.
Oh, good. I put a lot of salt on it this time around.
I did notice, but they were actually pretty good.
All right, I'll remember that. I always forget while I'm frying them to add more salt.
Buckin5 says, I still like the Cosby Show. And Murdoch says, I mean, at least we're good with old Jim Carrey, am I right? I think Jim
Yeah.
Carrey is better at movies than he is at stand-up. I didn't like his stand-up.
Yeah, you can't be funny on every medium.
Yeah, I have to agree. He's fantastic in film.
You know, if I'm looking for something offensive, I'd probably go Daniel Tosh. It's okay. It's okay that you got crumbs there. We'll just say it's knife's dandruff. Yeah.
Yeah.
I forgot she
Luna
was here.
says,
Be
Luna
careful, she might land
says
on the
this
plate.
isn't an issue. Getting pregnant for her isn't an issue because nobody's going to date her anyway.
Oh, I
Oh,
Well,
agree.
yeah,
no,
because
honey.
you're not married yet. You have to get
Oh.
married and then you.
Bronny, first of all, shut up. Second of all, Miss, always a bridesmaid, never a bride. Even I've had someone stupid enough to date me. You can find somebody to date you.
Yeah, but just have, find someone you have some common ground with, but who can also introduce you to something different and respects you and that you can trust. Like, gosh, I can trust Bronny with anything. I know he'd always do his best.
Date a friend.
Don't make it gay.
I have to make it gay. I mean, well, I have to make it gay because I'm a demisexual, and literally I could not date a friend. But the point is, date a friend.
What the hell is a demisexual?
1 second.
Okay.
Basically, a demisexual means that one-night stands are physically impossible. There has to be a deep emotional connection before anything physical.
Oh, I get it. Okay, I thought we were going through a whole different orientation. Like, I haven't even heard of this one.
Some people consider it an orientation. For
It's
me, like how I explained it, like I was talking to my friends about like things like picking guys up at bars, things like that, like literally impossible, and it makes me uncomfortable to think about it, of doing stuff myself. I mean, if y'all want to pick guys up at bars, go for it. But for me, the idea of me doing that, it makes me uncomfortable. Just the idea of it. My friend's like, oh yeah, you're demisexual, huh? I'm like, yeah, but I just, for the sake of argument and simplicity and not getting my parents upset, I say I'm straight. And they're like, Well, no, you're still straight. Like, you're like the demisexual part doesn't take away from the heterosexual part. It's that, as they phrased it, it's like it's the frosting on the straight cake. It's like you're still straight, you're still heterosexual.
A very vanilla cake indeed.
Yeah, very basic cake.
That sounds like what I got.
Yeah, you
you're
probably
all
are.
bad.
Back in my day, we used to call it friends first, but these days everything's a sexuality, so it's a sexuality.
If I had to say what my sexuality is in cake form, the base is vanilla, but I have like some strawberry frosting with sprinkles.
Oh my.
I'm just okay. Okay.
He's gonna figure out about that strawberry frosting after you're married. It's gonna be fantastic.
Iris Prince says, I'm 23 and not pregnant. Well, I'm
Good job.
I'm between the ages of 23 and 40, and I'm also not pregnant. So
good job, Ronnie.
We're in the same team.
I'm 24.
And also not pregnant.
Yeah.
Well, I think I might have a food baby. I don't know.
Leighton says, Heather, do your stretches.
You're probably right.
Luna says, I just have cheese on my pizza.
I hate
Transformer
that.
Brett says, bacon. Lots of bacon.
I can approve of that. God, I had real bacon today because I ran out of turkey bacon, so I used my pork bacon, and I'm like, such a difference.
There is a difference.
There is. Turkey's so cheap though, but I got that bacon at the 99-cent store for $2.99. So I'm just gonna go there for my bacon.
Okay.
Let me see. Bigorna says, I like Eddie Murphy stand-ups.
Oh, I haven't heard any of that actually. Isn't that funny?
Buckin wants to know, what is Josh and Ari's ship name?
Firemouth.
Firemount. I always forget what it is.
Luna says, I'm pansexual.
That's nice.
Well, that's got to be really weird being attracted to pans.
Ronnie, shut up.
I mean, what's next? You gonna tell me you're attracted to Tupperware too?
Bronny, shut up.
Let's see here. Iris says standard toppings: sausage, bacon, and pepperoni.
I'm a meatitarian girl. Or carnivore if I don't want to be
Yeah, I'm
stupid
like
about it.
carnivore, please.
I think meatitarian was something someone was marketing at one point and it got stuck in my head. Commercials! I watched a lot
Luna
of TV.
Amethyst says my last relationship was a disaster.
They tend to be.
Yeah. I don't even want to remember because I would date guys off Xbox Live when I was in high school.
If your last relationship wasn't a disaster, you're not doing it right. You know, even the disaster relationships, you learn something from them, you know?
Yeah. A lot of lessons learned.
A lot of lessons to learn on
Vulcan says, I never thought anyone would want to date me. They are all pretty and I am average.
Hey.
Leighton says,
Looks is only a part of it, dude.
It
You gotta
is.
bring something else to the table.
Yeah, look-
Stability,
I know, just remember,
emotional
she's dating
support.
me, for God's sake.
You're
ignoring Bronny's
self-deprecating bullcrap.
self-deprecation. Yeah, no. First of all, I highly doubt you're as unattractive as you're making yourself out to be. Second of all, you have to understand that not everybody is. You're probably putting other people on a pedestal, and you have to keep that into account. And third of all, as Heather said, looks is only a small portion. Well, not a small portion, but it is a fraction of what's needed in a functional relationship.
Clayton says, I'm currently 22 and no girl wants to date me. I'm ugly and fat. Clayton, listen to the voice of reason here.
Clayton.
What
Half
voice
of
is
that
here?
can be fixed.
What, Ronnie?
Okay, well, Clayton says, I'm currently 22 and no girl wants to date me. I'm ugly and fat. I said, Clayton, listen to the voice of experience. Half of that can be fixed.
I mean, I know dieting and exercising is hard. It's important to be healthy, though. But really, like, I don't think any one person can determine how attractive they are. Because I look at myself and I think I'm very average and ordinary looking. Like a very typical white nerdy chick. Like, how many white chicks do you know that are nerdy? Like, every nerdy white chick looks like me. They have brown hair, brown eyes, they have glasses, they're slightly average body build, everything. But then I have this guy here who thinks I'm like so hot and perfect, and I'm like, whoa, that's amazing.
Yeah, you really can't, like, You can't judge yourself by others. You have to judge yourself as yourself. And, you know, when I was your age, I'd never dated anybody either. And I wouldn't for a few years. I was 25 before I had my first and so far only relationship. You know, and, you know, you never know. Not everything comes when you're 16 like Disney movies try to teach you it does. You know, it's like, oh, that's when you're going to find Prince Charming. No, everything in its own time. You know, you may not find, you know, you may think to yourself, oh, I'm so old, I'm a failure for not finding someone, but to me, you're still young. You're still young and you've got plenty of time in your life to find somebody who's going to see you as far more attractive than you seem to see yourself, but you need to see yourself as attractive too. That's important too.
Emily says the new Hunger Games book takes place in the past.
In the past? Like how it got started?
I don't care.
Oh, it's a prequel.
If it's about Katniss, I don't care.
She's gonna be like, she was a teenager in it. They're gonna go to her childhood.
Agorna says, I mean, how can you not be attracted to pans? They are everything an adult wants in life.
Yeah, they make eggs, fried potatoes, sopa, fried potato tacos.
Lots of starch, lots of carbs.
I think that's primarily
we got
what
a whole lot of self-deprecation from both Battleship Agincourt and Luna. We've already shot that down. Let's see. So we're gonna skip it. Buckin 5 says,
I think she's shipping us again, Brawny.
Kiss. Let me watch.
Buckin says,
Only
Heather, you could pull off a decent Velma cosplay.
Oh?
Yeah.
Cosplay is nice. I didn't hear
Emily
that.
says,
I know,
guys
what was the question?
Like me and think I'm pretty. Buckin said Heather could pull off a decent Velma cosplay.
Oh, Velma from Scooby-Doo.
Scooby-Doo.
I could do it.
You'd have to cut your hair, but sure.
Oh, man, I don't want to cut my hair. It's getting so long, guys.
It's getting crazy long and I'm jelly.
I should honestly get a little bit of a trim.
No, actually.
Just
maybe.
a little bit. Just
Tiny
a little
bit.
bit.
Tiny bit at the ends.
Tiny bit.
Buckin wants to know if we've ever heard Robin Williams stand up.
Yes, it's
yes,
hilarious.
yes.
He's fantastic.
I mean, the GOAT, the greatest of all time? Yes.
Yes, it's fantastic.
I like the one where he's talking about his son.
Oh yeah, what the fuck are you wrong? That's what's great. It when I first started listening to it, it was a bit jarring to see someone like I admired when I was a kid, like cursing so much as he does, but he's still hilarious. He's talking about sex and all that stuff, and I'm like, oh, that's right. Robin Williams was an adult.
Robin Williams covered Blame Canada.
He got away with such like. Half of the stuff Robin Williams said, if anybody else said it, would have gotten them into so much trouble. Like, he would just do and say the most politically incorrect things, but it was Robin Williams, so it was hilarious. I think the only time it got him in trouble, actually, was at the beginning of Aladdin.
Oh man.
As the original line... Yeah, the original line of the song was like, where they cut off your nose if they don't like your face. So they changed it to where the heat is intense. That line, where the sand is immense and the heat is intense.
I didn't know that was him singing.
Yeah, that was him singing.
Oh wow.
Yeah, he's a talented man.
Multifaceted.
Yes.
I should have been a voice actor.
Still can be.
Mm-hmm. Kind of am. I always contribute to works, but most of the time it's for ones that just never get finished.
Let's see, what about Louis Black's stand-up?
Louis Black? I don't know that one.
You don't know Louis Black?
Oh, what's a bit he did? I probably know the bit and not him. Like, I'll probably know it if I hear it.
Let me see. What would Louis Black be most known for? Oh, I'm sorry. Herp derp derp. If this is the guy I'm thinking it is. I guess one of his most famous lines, ironically, came from a movie he was in, which is, "Congratulations, San Francisco! You ruined pizza! First the Hawaiians, and then you!"
Oh God. That guy from Inside Out!
He was anger. Because that's kind of how he is. That's how his comedy style is just getting really angry at things.
I'm gonna say something that I like. How did you feel about Inside Out?
Oh, I loved Inside Out. I loved it.
I didn't care for it.
How dare you?
I'm sorry. I mean, it's because I wasn't really interested in this girl. And
I wasn't either, but I was interested in her feelings. I cared about her feelings.
Her feelings were dumb. She was like 12 years old.
She was 12 and she was being relocated.
See, this is why I shouldn't be a mother, because I think
Apparently.
everything about kids are dumb. Like, your feelings are dumb. Your problems are stupid. I feel bad, but like, I'm like, no, these problems are dumb and I'm not interested.
I think the only thing that rubbed me the wrong way was, and this has slightly to do with, you know, it getting rewritten at some point and then, like, not polishing the edges of that. Because any kid who thought about running away knows that the thing that stopped them from running away was neither joy nor sadness, but fear. Fear was the emotion that said, yo, don't do it, you don't know what's going to happen. You know, if you run away, all these things could happen. So don't run away because all these things could happen. So the idea that she still had fear, but she still ran away, to any kid who actually contemplated running away when they were a kid, was like, I don't buy it.
Yeah.
That was the main thing that sort of struck me the wrong way. I'm like, because there's one moment where fear goes, guys, do you really think we should be doing this? I'm like, no, fear should be the one at the helm of this, going, no. I don't know.
Yeah. I can agree with that. I think I liked the short that came after the movie where, like, the father meets the boy she's going to go out with. That part, that thing was funny, and I thought it was really nice. And I liked the endings where you got to see the emotions in other people's heads, because, like, especially the cat.
The cat was hilarious.
The cat was like, oh, God. Is that why freaking knife is all over the damn place?
Probably, yeah.
She, like, was on the bed with me at one point and then suddenly just hopped off like a bunny. I was like, pow, pow. And I was just like, what the hell? I did nothing. Ronnie,
Let's
you
see
alive?
here. Sweetie, what are your thoughts on Kingdom Hearts? Fucking 5 wants to know.
I love Kingdom Hearts, but I haven't played Kingdom Hearts 3, so take that with a grain of salt. If you're expecting me to rage about Kingdom Hearts 3, I can't yet.
I never played it. I had a lot of friends and cousins who played it, and I was just like...
No, I
like some of the aesthetic.
Oh, no, see, that's actually the game that sort of got me into video games properly. Because growing up, my family, my parents forbid video games because they were a distraction from homework. So I didn't play video games growing up. But then, at the age of 12, when I was at the height of my otaku life, and I also, like, Disney was a huge fundamental factor in my life. It, like, structured my life. And here was this game with anime-style characters and Disney characters in a video game. I basically went up to my parents and was like, God wants me to play video games. You know? And they agreed, and that Christmas I got not only the game itself, but a console in which to play it. I got my PS2, which was the first gaming console I ever had, solely to play Kingdom Hearts 2. And they got me other games too, but it's mostly that. Or Kingdom Hearts 1, excuse me, I'm not that old. Kingdom Hearts 1, the first one. Then I got Kingdom Hearts 2, and the funny thing is, when Kingdom Hearts 2 came out, I again pleaded for my family, is like, I want either a Wii or a PlayStation 3. One of them, because one of them would play Kingdom Hearts 2. They got me both!
Wow!
Or rather, they got me the Wii, and they got my dad the PS3.
Your dad plays video games?
No, it was a Blu-ray player, basically. They were getting it for him as a Blu-ray player, but with the added bonus, it would also be a video game console for me. Because I was still living with him at the
I
time.
was about to say your dad must be the raddest.
No, if he played video games, he would have no right to forbid us from doing so when we were growing up. No, he thought video games were all stupid or something.
Ronnie, stop being a father.
Uh-huh. Missed out on all that.
They are stupid, though.
But I missed out on all the culture. Like, that's the biggest thing. I missed out on the culture of Legend of Zelda, of Final Fantasy. Like, there's all this nerd culture. Mario, Sonic, all of this video game culture I know nothing about. Halo, yes, although that's more computer online gaming. But yes.
Now, there's campaign in there. Like, it's been rated like the story of the original trilogy. So fascinating.
Battleship Agincourt says, good night, may the Brony Con be with you.
Indeed it shall.
Yeah.
Yes, good
Agorna
job.
says, God wants me to play video games. Sweetie Blue.
Yes. Exactly.
I don't understand Clayton's question, so I'm going to skip it.
No. Say it. Maybe we understand it.
Brawny, if a witch trapped you in a
it's
labyrinth that makes you live the life you want, would that witch be a bad witch?
It's a question for you. So if you don't get it, what help?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Sorry, I thought it may have been for one of us. My apologies.
No, I'm not too fond of the question either.
Oh, and it's the last 10 minutes of the stream. Last 10 minutes. So any last minute comment, questions, or concerns, state them now, or forever hold your silence until the next stream. Which spoiler alert, since we're going to be at BronyCon, there will not be a stream next week. So you're gonna have to wait 2 weeks to get it out again. So if there's anything you want to say it now.
Ronnie, say it now.
It now.
I can't even be mad at that.
You asked for it.
I did ask for it.
I have a question.
Okay.
Why do you hate anchovy pizza?
Because it sucks.
Because I don't like fish.
I like
It's
fish.
delicious.
I like fish, but I don't like anchovies because they're super salty.
Oh yeah, I'm also
They're
not
like
a big
salty.
fan of salt.
Yeah, I'm not a big fan of salt.
Put
and
them on a pizza with olives and pepperoni.
I don't like
The
olives.
I don't like pepperoni.
Rest
Of the savory flavors cancel it out, or they balance it, so you get a little taste of all of that.
Bronny, just face it. When we're together, you're never having anchovy pizza again unless I'm not there.
Which is something that you do, you know, when you're living with someone and there's something that they hate when they're away, you splurge and you get it for yourself.
We're gonna get you one pizza, and we're gonna get me a pizza with anchovies, so we can eat pizza together and have what we like.
I'll be willing to compromise, but God, Bronny, if those
We're gonna
anchovies even touch my pizza, I don't know what I'm gonna do to you. It's not gonna be nice.
Sweetie, please say Jupiter Power Makeup.
Jupiter Power Makeup! Gotta do it right.
Where's the
I can
freaking
do it
Pottermore
better.
of Sailor Moon?
Oh god, I wish. Unfortunately, a lot of Sailor Moon
mine is
lore
way better.
confusing.
Jupiter Power Makeup.
Bronny should be a Sailor Scout with us.
As long as he gets him in a mini skirt, I'm okay with this.
That's exactly the idea.
No, I'm gonna be Tuxedo Mask.
Hell no.
You're not smooth enough to be Tuxedo Mask.
You know what? I almost hit you back, but it was gonna be too hard, and I said no. This is not. This victory is not worth the price.
See my dilemma. Like every time I'm about to get you something, like, nah, I gotta hold back. This is a low blow. Because I believe twice before I went just a bit too far with shit, and I'm like, you know what? I'm gonna think about it first before I say things.
Let's see here. Let's see. Bigorna says, I like the creativity of pizza flavors that exist around here. Bigorna, I need to get you on my anchovy and olive pizza.
Tried a peanut butter pizza once.
Clayton wants to know which Sailor Scouts you two would be.
Oh, that's for Sweetie to say.
I believe we talked about this as some other streamer. At least the fact that I'd say that Heather is a sort of Sailor Venus type.
I believe it was that one.
Yeah. For myself, in all honesty, probably more of a Sailor Pluto. But she's not really my favorite of the Scouts. She's my favorite of the Outer Scouts. But my favorite is Sailor Chibi Moon. She's my favorite. My favorite Inner Scout is Sailor Jupiter. So I guess it sort of goes like Chibi Moon, Sailor Moon, Jupiter. I don't know if Pluto comes right after Jupiter, but
I just like straight up Usagi.
yeah,
Sailor Moon.
Sailor
She's
Moon.
my spirit animal, in a way.
Yeah, I can see that.
You're a lot smarter than she is, though.
Well, that doesn't take much, okay?
It doesn't take much. No.
She is just a rock.
But that's why I liked her.
Yeah, I liked her for that too.
Like, what was appealing about Sailor Moon to me was, she was, by Bronny's standards, by society's standards, a completely and utterly useless human being. But she was kind and compassionate, and that gave her the power to be the most important person in the galaxy. That's why I liked it. That's why I like Sailor Moon.
She just, like, I enjoyed her. I think my reasoning is far more simple, like, because she just get up to such hijinks. I liked seeing her in her little high school dramas because she could be so funny and interesting, and I would get why she'd have self-esteem issues and stuff like that.
Mm-hmm.
She was a pretty face with
very little else going for her.
Very little else. But, yeah, I guess also that, because she was still, even with that, because, like, a lot of chicks in the real world will have just that going for them. They think the world should bow down to them, but she wasn't like that.
No, she wasn't like that. She did, like, hope and expect that she'd get a guy that she'd meet and marry young. And that did happen for her. But that was it. She didn't expect anything else.
Yeah, she didn't expect the world to kneel and bend over backwards for her.
Yeah.
And she was also very accepting of the LGBT. Like, there was a scene where it was just like, oh, I have a confession to make. It was for someone else. She's like, oh, I'm not into girls, but we can still be friends, though. It was a bigger misunderstanding, but, I'm like, I like that you were very, very accepting of that, yo.
Right?
God, I'm just...
that would not have been me in that situation. Bigorna says,
Brian.
hey, as long as there's no onions on my pizza, I can try. And I actually agree with that.
Onions are nasty.
Yeah, onions do not belong on pizza.
I disagree with it.
Okay.
I'm not saying I like onions on my pizza. I'm just saying that I wouldn't dislike it.
I accept it, but I also like that as a couple, me and Brownie can agree on that.
Yes, that's true.
That's like my line. That's my line.
And it's not like I'd sit here and be like, I want onions on my pizza. No, I wouldn't, like, onions are not one of my go-to toppings for pizza. But I actually do like me a vegetable pizza every once in a while. And oftentimes that comes with onions on it. And I'm okay with that.
I accept you.
I don't need my onions on
it. Heather, we need to go back to Team America World Police, right? In order for me to know that you have the dedication to make this relationship work, you must try the anchovy pizza.
Oh, that's just a dirty reference. Also, we're in the last 3 minutes of the stream, so, same warning. Any comments, questions, or concerns, speak them now. And also, no.
No, you're not willing to go the distance?
Bronny, if you're making an ultimatum, I don't know if you're willing to go the distance.
I know I'm willing to go the distance. I put
all but do I?
Well, yeah. How many stupid shows that I can feel losing brain cells
you weren't using them
do
anyway.
you put in front of me that I just watched because I know you like them?
She got you with a good counter burn, Bronny. I'm sorry.
I didn't hear what she said because she interrupted me like a very rude person.
Don't be a freaking baby.
When you said that you were losing brain cells, she said you weren't using them anyway.
Yeah, jeez. Let's see here.
I don't know, but like freaking when I interrupt, it's rude, but when he does it, I'm just like,
you interrupt us too, Bronny.
You're an interrupting Justin here. Man, that's somebody we know. I'm trying to think of something that goes well with interrupting. Interrupting
Ignatius?
Dusty?
What?
I said Dustin.
Oh, I was like, Dustin doesn't interrupt.
There's not something that rhymes with interrupting that's a name. Interrupting Igneous.
Igneous? Who do you know named Igneous?
I don't know. I was channeling my inner mod.
I guess.
I don't know.
I think Skype is just like not conducive to this kind of thing.
Oh, so it's Skype's fault.
Listen, it might be. I didn't know you were talking.
Whatever, Ronnie. I'm just gonna go total white girl on it because I can't even.
Can't even right now, man.
Let's see here. Clayton.
We got a minute.
Clayton wants to know what Sweetie's version, which version of Sailor Mars that Sweetie likes.
I'm still a sucker for the manga/crystal version. while there's a lot to be said for the original anime, I just prefer her as a man-hater rather than boy-crazy.
You always need a man-hater.
Yeah, I was like, we need the man-hater in the group.
Because everyone else is like boy-crazy, too.
Well, in the original anime, everybody was boy-crazy. In the manga, not so much. Now, there were definitely, Sailor Moon was, most definitely. And I think Sailor Jupiter was, and Sailor Venus occasionally. Sailor Mercury seldomly, although occasionally it would come out. It would actually be hilarious when it would. Like, you didn't think that Sailor Mercury had a romantic interest, you know, an eye for romance, and then every once in a while it'd creep out. She's like, actually, I do have a crush on that guy at the arcade, and you're like, what?
Everyone had a crush on the guy at the arcade.
Yeah, everyone had a crush on the guy at the arcade. And the fact that Amy was one of them was hilarious. I was like, ah! Even you have loins.
Everyone. Okay, guys, that's pretty much the end of the stream. Like I said, I'll be at BronyCon next week, so there won't be a stream next week, but follow me on Twitter. You'll see pictures of my cosplays and little updates on what I'm doing and maybe what everyone else is doing if I meet up with everyone. And then we'll have a stream the week after next week, which I think will be like, what, August something. The second Saturday of August. If you find a date.
And it will feature copious amounts of anchovy pizza.
No, it will not.
The 10th.
The 10th will be back. So, I'm Heather Blossom, and this has been a really good stream. See you in the next one. Bye. Say bye.
Bye.
Say bye, sweetie.
Bye.